Now, in the 60s and 70s, Cambodia was in the grip of a musical revolution with young musicians embracing the psychedelic sounds of Western rock and roll.
Shortly after gaining independence in November 9, 1953, King Norodom Sihanouk went to work with his post-independence nation-building plans. As part of this effort, King Norodom Sihanouk encouraged his royal musicians to experiment with new styles of music. It was noted that King Norodom Sihanouk himself was an avid musician.
Pour quel motif avez-vous réalisé cet ouvrage?
Monsieur, je vous dirai tout d'abord que j'appartiens à une famille qui aime les arts. Mon père était musicien. Il était saxophoniste et flûtiste. Ma mère est directrice de ballet, danse classique khmer. Moi, depuis mon enfance, et mon père m'y a encouragé, je pratique la musique, saxophone, accordéon, clarinette, le théâtre et le cinéma.
This would be a small step in kicking off the music scene. This would all change, however, during the Vietnam War. In November 1st, 1955, when America declared war in Vietnam, deployed in Southeast Asia, American troops began setting up military bases along the Vietnam borders. As part of entertainment, soldiers were given access to the United States Armed Forces radios. Unbeknownst to them, a nearby country was also picking up on these radio waves. Cambodia, a neighboring country to Vietnam, began tuning in on what the American soldiers were listening to. Their first encounter with this new style of music was met with positive reception. Cambodians loved what they heard and began exploring new ways of incorporating it into their own music. Psychedelic rock, rhythm, blues, surf, garage, and many more genres were introduced into Cambodia through the radios. Under King Norodom's patronage, the music scene continued to flourish. Music stars like Sinsi Samat and Ray Srisathya began to pop up. Many of these singers tried to play these new styles of music by first making covers of Western songs. Songs like Hey Jude by the Beatles,
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better.
and Sugar Sugar by Archie.
Sugar, oh honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you.
Were covered as well. The song you're listening to right now is an example. Does it sound familiar? It should. It's actually a cover of Pagan Baby by Creedence Clearwater Revival. As new ideas on how to incorporate Western melodies into their music were being exchanged amongst the musicians across the nation, the music scene in Cambodia continued to flourish. All things seemed to be going well. However, whilst the music scene in Cambodia was developing, the war between America and Vietnam still raged on. Throughout this whole ordeal, Cambodia was merely a bystander with its own political conflicts and struggles. The pro-US Lon Nol had recently overthrown the monarchy and exiled the king. Despite this, the music scene was not in any way obstructed. Rather, it continued to flourish at the same pace it usually did. The US, tired of the war, bombed the Cambodian countryside in order to snuff out and destroy the communists who were suspected to be supplying Vietnam. The Cambodian people were already tired of the oppressive regime, and the bombing of the countryside was the final straw.
On January 1st, 1975, the Khmer Rouge attacked Phnom Penh City. On April 17, these attacks were finally concluded when the Khmer Rouge claimed the city and the country for themselves.
The Khmer Rouge came in the nation's weakened state and convinced the people to side with them. Overthrowing the current government, the Communist Party of Cambodia promised the people a better life if they were to follow with the Khmer Rouge's plans. They instituted a Year Zero policy modeled after Chairman Mao, which was designed to bring back Cambodia's golden age.
The Khmer Rouge sought to eliminate all traces of Western influence. This meant that the artists who were inspired by Western music were now in danger. Many were killed. Few escaped, however, carrying a couple records that they had previously owned along with them to remind them of their cultural past. Those who survived were forced to play propaganda music for the Khmer Rouge.
Many of the recordings were damaged or destroyed altogether. It seemed like Cambodia's cultural age would be forgotten forever.
Cambodia's pre-war music scene was largely spurred by the U.S. Armed Forces radio during the Vietnam War. Cambodia's encounter with the Western music broadcasted over the radios led to an exchange in information amongst the musicians in the nation as they tried to explore new ways of incorporating what they heard into the music that they were currently playing. The pre-war music scene stands as a testament to the effects of the Vietnam War to Southeast Asia. It also emphasizes the tragedy that was the Khmer Rouge. The music produced serves as an inspiration for many Cambodian artists today and for many Cambodian artists to come. Though a lot of the music had been destroyed, many have salvaged what they could of the time period. The music has truly shown its mettle as it withstood persecution and mass genocide. It truly has shown that they are in fact sounds of survival. Thanks for watching.